Well, hello again, Porch, Global Christ Conscious Church. I'm Red Dirt Preacher, i.e. I'm Lainey. I'm one mother of three, and today I'm going to talk about my babies. Talk about your babies, but it's okay, don't get mad. What I want to say is important. Isn't it ironic that the world tries to teach us how to raise kids, and that our parents, Lord and God bless them, and our grandparents, and Lord and God bless them, and generations, we've been taught how to raise kids. And I think it's completely bass-backwards because I raised my kids bass-backwards from the way that I was silently taught how to raise kids. Y'all scream, be authoritative, whatever it is. And I can't wait. I think I'm going to start diving into parenting while being Christ conscious. And I'm a Christ conscious mother, I'm a Christ conscious woman, and you can't just have that on and not have it on in all parts of your life. So it's on in my career, it's on in my self-worth, it's on in other relationships. I'm very keen, very aware of the reflection. That's what keeps me humble and always hungry and trying. And I'm awake in all facets of my life, all facets. And one thing God did when I realized, when I was becoming spiritually awakened and really started to heal myself, I became such a better mother than I already was. And I'm going to tilt my hat here, but you need to know this. Everywhere I went, even prior to being awake, I got told I was a great mother. Almost by even people that to this day hate me or would say they don't know my name. A compliment came off their mouth that I was always a great mother. So I already knew that about myself. But when I spiritually woke up in God and He Christ conscious turned me on, I became a mother what? Because even while I'm mothering, Spirit comes in and changes the words that might have come out of my mouth. So I end up raising my kids for the last 7 years that I've been Christ conscious, because the Lord is through me and He's raising these kids too. So where might have yelled, I was chastised for yelling, kissed on the forehead, new thing what to say, comes in like a bullet. I trust it. I have self-awareness. And then out of my mouth is a knowing from God that goes on my children's ears. And what a great way to raise them. My daughter is 12, and she started waking up when she was about 7 or 8 years old, along with me. And I shared my out loud experiences, the fact that I was seeing 11:11. I shared my dreams out loud. I didn't hide this journey from my children. And when I was fully becoming, and you guys got to understand, I was really, lukewarm Baptist living in the Bible Belt of Oklahoma. So that's not bad. That's generalized to everybody. And I didn't think I was a bad person or whatever, but when Christ got a hold of me, I really started changing the way that I was mothering my kids. So this goes out to everybody that's a parent, that is Christ conscious, that has children. And even our school system, doesn't put this teaching in school. And what a fight that will be, because mindfulness, it's not an occult and it's not New Age. This is very old age. Why do you think Jesus had why does everybody have a halo when they're painted? It's because their heads are glowing. You know what I mean? That's connection with spirit. Hello. Have you seen tarot cards? Have you seen anything that looks like an awakening poster of Buddha with the chakras? It doesn't matter what you see as a picture. The head is glowing. Even Jesus Christ's pictures, his head is glowing. To me, that is the union of the spirit in with yourself. And when you do that, that's a chakra walk. I don't care if you don't want to look at chakras. One day you're gonna have to. There's a lot of cute stuff on this journey that we might have iron curtains for, but one of these days we're gonna have to look. But one I wanted to talk about was, I think I'm going to dive into this in a series. I think I'll just start a series where I will talk like this, but speak on my own living experiences about how I've raised my kids, Christ conscious. Anyway, I have a 12-year-old daughter who's extremely awake in the Lord, and she gets prophetic knowings on the mouths of babes. She talks, she gets dreams, she sees the 11:11, and she's 12 years old. She really can't talk about it in school because they're going to call her crazy, just like they call her mother crazy out in society. So it is what it is, and that is exactly why I'm still building the porch. I'm still building the 11:11 hub, because I want to get this out in the public, understood, and in a respectable house. And if you come with me in numbers, then we're all together in this, like mayflies. We show up respectable, okay? And I think it's really important to teach our kids what their soul is, how to feel, how to fight for themselves, how to feel what's bad and what's not bad. I mean, these are the years that we do that, from 0 to 18 or 0 to 20. It's our job to equip our children for the world. And right now the system is set up so that we hide everything from them. We don't tell them anything. We fake it, even our marriages. We don't show them anything. We send them through a school system that really, they're only going to use a third of that knowledge out in the real world. And then we put them in cliques and groups. We tell them where to stand. We tell them how to talk. We tell them when not to talk. We tell them what to eat. We tell them when they can leave. And then all of a sudden we throw them out in the real world where they have free will and they don't know what to do. So I wanted to talk about that too. You can come in here. It's fine. I wanted to talk about that later on tonight, on how it's backwards from the way that I raised my kids, which, like I said, is redundant. It's completely backwards from the way that the world asks you to raise your kids. And there's a complete difference between my children now and the way that my children were before. There's like Christ conscious kids and then not conscious kids. And for those of you that are conscious in yourselves as parents, it's your responsibility to wake up your children Christ consciously. So soon, I don't know, I don't think it'll be tonight, but soon I'm gonna have my daughter here on the porch, and you guys can I want you to see that, because her living 1111 experience and her talking about being a conscious kid will help other kids feel like they're not crazy just like you. You're trying not to feel like you're crazy. We have to pound through the world that being spiritual isn't crazy. It was the most natural, organic thing we could do as human beings. Living the way that we are now is crazy, right? So